It's going rather well this season. With 11 league games to go, I can confirm that we are safe. There is absolutely no chance of us getting relegated. We're on 42 points, we've reached that magic 40, and we're a long way above the relegation zone. If the relegation zone teams were slightly closer to us, then there'd be a chance. But, we've had a magnificent year. 12 wins, 6 draws, 9 defeats. We've got that 0 goal difference. You know, that disastrous start to the season really did affect our goal difference, but we might have a chance of finishing with a positive goal difference. Now today we're taking on 16th place Leeds United, a team we have not beaten before. Someone did remind me in the comments that this draw against Leeds earlier this season was actually our first ever point against them. So although I was disappointed with that draw, it was actually a really good point against a team we'd never managed to pick up a single point against previously. But we're looking for our first win, and we're playing... Where are we? We're playing at home, aren't we? So, I mean, we're brilliant away from home. If I just show you the table, actually, home and away, that's overall. That's our home record. 5 wins, 2 draws, 5 defeats. Away record is actually... It's switched. I mean, not completely switched. We're actually better away from home than at home this year. Maybe that means I should be going with the away tactic a bit more. To be fair, we've played 1 or 2 more games than the rest of the teams, but we're in second place at the moment for the away form, which is truly outstanding. Our home record, although we've actually got a plus goal, that is really weird. We've got a -2 goal difference away from home. Oh, it's because we got mutilated in the away games against the big teams. I think we've played the big teams away from home mainly. That might be why that has yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Anyway, it's a bit odd. Today, let's get on with the first match. We're playing Leeds and Wolves. The team I'm going with, we are the favourites. We're the favourites for this one. I think this is my first choice 11 these days. Smith, Ray Henriquez, Rios, Loader, Shriver, Clark, Flanagan, Barnes, Nunez, Ball and Lawler. That's the bench. I've just forgotten, I need to show you the recent results. So we've had a very good time of late, as you can see. Of course, in the last episode we beat Brighton and Norwich. Since then we've beaten Rochdale in the FA Cup 4th round 3-0, 2 goals from Stewart, 1 goal from Lawler. We lost 1-0 against Chelsea, bit unfortunate. They scored from the penalty spot and that gave them all 3 points. Everton, 2-1 win. Mark Ball, he's our joint top goal scorer. He scored at the end of each half to give us a 2-1 win after we went 1-0 down. And yeah, there's been a few comments, people saying, oh, Mark Ball, maybe his time's up. He's more of a sort of higher Championship, lower Premier League level striker. But he is joint top goal scorer with Lawler this year. It's not over for him yet. He's got quality. I think if we had like a really world-class midfield, Mark Ball would bang in the goals for us. Dave Barnes has been really good, a really good addition to central midfield. He's picked up a few assists, and this was one of them, I think. Yeah, it was a beautiful ball through. Look at that, perfectly weighted, and Mark Ball finished. So with some more quality in midfield, and we've done all right. I mean, Luke Clark's played well on the right, Nunez has played well on the left. But if we had that real quality, like a top 6 midfield, Mark Ball I'd get tons of goals. I know he would. Anyway, we've won all the games since then as well. 2-0 win against Blackburn. I'll show you Lawler's goal. The other one was an own goal. But yeah, very good win. Look, 23 shots to their 7. Brilliant. And it's a nice finish from Lawler as well. This was a very impressive win against Arsenal in the FA Cup 5th round. We're into the quarterfinals of the Cup. We've had a great Cup run. It's been fairly quiet. I've not really mentioned it up to this point. I think the first 2 games were easy. But this one was a magnificent victory. And I guess the rest of the season will be concentrating on the FA Cup. The next episode will be against Cardiff City in the FA Cup quarter-final, and I'll probably show the Hampshire Senior Cup final as well. We've got through to that after a 3-1 win against Aldershot. I won't show all the goals, but I'm going to show you one of them. I think you can guess who. By the way, got a debut goal for Adam Barron from our under-18, 16 years old. I've been playing a lot more youngsters, like proper youngsters, 16, 17-year-olds in this competition this year. But I did put out a fairly strong team against Aldershot because I think they're still in the League 2. But Ray Rigg scored, and it is a goal of the season contender, I promise you. Now, he's not really played much. He's played the odd Hampshire Senior Cup game here and there, but I have been concentrating on playing Perry Miles and Serenity. But now both of them are out on loan this year. It's given Ray Rigg the opportunity in this competition to shine. And boy, did he shine. Have a look at this strike. Boom! Oh, on the volley. Oh, he smashed it in. What a goal from Ray Rig. Legend. He's appeared 13 times for the under-23s this season. He doesn't really play much at that level either. He's 31 years old now. I think Morgan Fawkes must be 31 as well. Yep, there he is. He's played a few times. He's got a goal in the under-23s this year. And of course, Mark Ball is now 30 years old. He's getting on a bit, but he's still in his prime. He's still firing in the goals. Joint top goal scorer with Lawler this year. Stewart only one behind. He's been mainly a super sub this year. Nunez has had a good season, as you can see. Anyway, let's get on with this Leeds game. Leeds lining up with a 4-4-2 sort of, but with two deep-lying players there. Cameron Scorer, remember him? He's only scored one goal in the Premier League, which probably means he's going to score a hat-trick today. Anthony Louison, French. He's got 11 goals this season. So he's the man to watch out for, although maybe he'll be a bit of a decoy today. We're expecting him to cause a damage, but maybe Scorer will. They've got some decent players. They're just outside the relegation zone fighting for their lives. Let's go for that. We've been magnificent lately. We really have. So hopefully we can keep the run going against a Bogey team, remember. They are a Bogey team, so it could be difficult. Am I going with the home tactic? Oh, I'm playing the away tactic. I think we got to keep the faith in the home tactic at home, especially against the weaker teams. It might be a case that the away tactic becomes our proper tactic at some point, because it's been so successful away from home. To go from last year not winning a single away game and we've won 7 this year is just truly remarkable. I don't understand how we've done it really, but we have, and I can't complain. What's going on there? That was a bit weird. It just slowed down all of a sudden. Is there still a highlight for us here? Here's Regen Rovers. No, it's fizzled away. Oh, it was off the line apparently. It would be amazing if he could win the FA Cup this year. It really would. I mean, this year's been a mid-table season, which isn't the most exciting season, but it's astonishing for a club like us, let's be honest. It really is. It's like winning the league this year. But I guess the excitement levels aren't quite as high because you kind of... There's not much to play for. There's still a chance of Europe, but I think the FA Cup is the biggest chance here this year of having some sort of drama. We should hopefully win the Hampshire Senior Cup comfortably once again. But the FA Cup, if we can get to the final, what an achievement that would be. It's been disappointing so far. I'm going to say I'm not happy. We need to definitely improve. I suppose they're playing fairly defensive. I might get Lawler to just play as an advance forward and just distribute over. Let's try that. Let's try something a bit different because it's not quite working today. 5 shots to their 2, 60% possession, but 0 chances for both teams. Maybe we're playing in our flip-flops a bit since reaching the 40-point margin. That's another corner, headed away as far as Clark. Here's Flanagan, hits it, decent save by the keeper, Lawler's after it. Is there still an opportunity here? Barnes, Flanagan again, and he's put it wide. A couple of shots from the edge of the box. They weren't half chances, but Flanagan's got the ability to score from there. We know he does. Here's Ray Henriquez out wide to Luke Clark. And he's played it back to Ray Henriquez. Here's Flanagan again. Oh no, that's a poor ball from Flanagan. That gave Dave Barnes too much to do. And here's Benito. Look how slow. He suddenly turned up a gear. That was really weird. Went from first to second. Here's Lewison. Back to Van Dijk. Leeds have a bit of possession here. Trying to just filter their way through my defence. Martins to Van Dijk. Sent to goal. It's a long highlight with a lot of build-up. Oh, Nunes. Oh no, he's going to get sent off. We're seeing a red card instead of it. Well, I might still see a goal from the resulting free kick, but that's not a yellow card tackle. Sorry, but no, that wasn't a yellow card tackle, was it? So it looks like we're probably going to have to settle for a draw today. I'm going to bring Tasakovic on for Mark Ball, and we will go to the away tactic just to try and hit them on the break a bit. Lawler will go there. I will play him up front as an advance forward because he's the only man up there. But we kind of just have to knock it up to him, I think. Just knock it over the top and hope for the best. Here's a corner. Tasakovic to take it. Rios heads over. We've had a few corners in this game, haven't we? 9, in fact. Kevin Ramirez coming on for Flanagan. I could bring Charlery on, defensive option, but we've actually, I mean, we're 11 corners in fact. Here's Rios. Oh, it almost went in. Going to bring Alan Stewart on. Bring on the cannon up front. Stewart big. Maybe can muscle his way through. But it's fizzling away here. Kind of played for the draw in the second half after going down to 10 men. It just ruined our game plan a bit. But you never know. There might be an opportunity still. Rios all the way back to Smith, who contemplates life, just time wastes a bit, even though I've told him not to. Smashed up the pitch, looking for Stewart. Never going to find him with that. But here's Barnes on the ball to Ramirez. Well, what's he going to do? He's just passed it to the side to Barnes. We don't have a huge amount of options. Here's Shriver. Into Barnes. To Flanagan. Flanagan! Oh, just over the bar. He's had 3 shots. That wasn't Flanagan. It's Ramirez. What am I talking about? Ramirez with the shot. Just over the bar. And unless Leeds can muster something from here... Oh, Smith comes and collects calmly. It's going to be a pretty disappointing 0-0 draw. Our second ever point against Leeds, but we still haven't beaten them. And Nunez let me down today. He's going to be suspended for the next match, which will allow Tusakovic to try and grab that left wing position. I'm going to say we weren't good enough, which has stressed out Alan Stewart for some reason. It's time for Ask the Manager then, and today's first question is from Papa Gendo, who has asked, have you ever had, or would you ever have, a look at real life football tactics and concepts specifically because they would help you in Football Manager? And then he's talked about my tactic being outnumbered in central midfield. Yes, we might be outnumbered in central midfield, but it's working this year, that's for sure. But I get your point. Anyway, yes, I have, because last year I did Being Bielsa, my Leeds series, at the end of the FM18 cycle, and I based it on his tactic as best I could, anticipating what he would do at Leeds. I kind of basing it on 2 or 3 games into the Championship season, I think. So I have. And I'd like to try more real-life tactics. I mean, you do generally try, but it's very difficult to replicate it, I find. But I'd like to try some obscure tactics, like the Chile tactic that was used by Bielsa as well. Was it the WM formation back in the 1920s? Like to try and get a really old-fashioned tactic working. That would be quite interesting. Second question. Hey Chan, it's you again. Hello. Which football YouTube channel is the best? As in unofficial, I presume you mean, like Arsenal Fan TV, for example. Well, I'm a West Ham fan, so I watch West Ham-related content mainly. For me, it's Hammer's Chat. I really like Hammer's Chat. Just normal guys talking about West Ham, and I just really relate to those guys, really. Druva Nosworthy, what's your favourite foreign club? Well, for me, it's Barcelona, because my auntie, who lives in Spain and has done since the late 80s, I think, she sent me a scarf for like my 7th birthday, a Barcelona scarf. So I've always followed them ever since, and they play wonderful football. Messi's the greatest ever player, in my opinion. I loved Iniesta. You know, he was my second, actually Iniesta is my favourite player, but Messi, he's just unbelievable. Anyway, Barcelona is my answer to that question. It's time for the Wolves match, away from home, which might play into our favour, of course, because of our recent form. Their top goal scorer up front is a real-life French international, earning 185k a week worth £50 million, 23 goals this season in all competitions. He's dangerous. Wolves are in 7th. This is going to be tough. They're a really good team. They've got some quality players, that's for sure. Look at them. Yeah, Adam Quinn on the left looks decent. They've got Reece Nelson in attacking midfield. They've had a very good year. Most assists this year is Ojo at right back. I've made one change. Tusakovic has come into the lineup for the suspended Nunez. Let's see how we get on then with our away tactic today. Hopefully be a bit more exciting than the last match against Leeds. Of course, the last couple of episodes, we won both games, so that run is now over, unfortunately. If we can win today, we're going to catch up with Wolves, aren't we? Oh no! Lawler's injured. What's happened? Oh, this could be bad. We're going to have to bring on Alan Stewart. Oh, there's 2 injuries. Quinn got injured for Wolves and Lawler for us. Very strange. Oh, I forgot to do opposition instructions. Oh dear. This could be a disaster. They might score from here. Nelson. Oh, gives the ball away to Tusakovic, who knocks it long for Mark Ball. He's got support with Stewart Big. Stewart, look at him go. Oh, he's unstoppable at times. He's still going. Oh, he's been stopped. Gave the ball away, and that's now enabled Wolves to counter, unfortunately. And of course, we haven't had those opposition instructions come into play yet, which is annoying. And it's crossed in. and headed on, but easy for Smith in the end. Oh, the highlight's still going though. Smith knocks it long for Stewart, and he's headed it on. It's back to Stewart. Mark ball, Stewart. Someone have a shot. It's out wide to Luke Clark. Crossed in. Stewart! There we go. 10th goal of the season for him. He's level with Mark Ball and Lawler. We've got 3 strikers that have got 10 goals this season in all competitions. That's not bad going at all. Let's have a look at the replay. It was a long old highlight in the end, wasn't it? But it's a great ball out wide from Stewart to find space for Luke Clark to cross in. The defender just missed it, and Stewart applied the finish. Free kick. Regen Rovers to knock it into the box. It's easy for the goalkeeper. It's just too hard, too much on it. And Praniki can clear as far as Shriver, who's out of position here, to Will Loader. Back to Smith. Being chased down by a striker. It's pumped, but not very far. Regen Rovers after it. At least you've seen a goal in this game. Rios to Loader. What's he going to do? He's fed it into Flanagan. Flanagan back to Loader. We're just being patient here, aren't we? Barnes, this is nice play, but I kind of sense a mistake. Oh no, I don't like this. We don't do this, lads. We've got rid of it in the end. Stewart can't win it, but Barnes does. Oh, maybe it will work out. Barnes. It made a lot of their players push up, didn't it? That's the thing. Oh, lovely. Stewart! Oh, yes! And he's all of a sudden our top goal scorer this season. The super sub came on in like the 10th minute and he's got 2 already. Maybe he should be starting, I don't know. He just seems to be more effective coming off the bench. But after all that, it was actually really good football because by passing it around in our box, they pushed a lot of men forward, which meant when Smith did clear over the top, a lot of their players were out of position and it worked really well in the end. So really good stuff from us. Lovely pass from Mark Ball as well. He got the assist. It was a really nice ball. Clever. 2-0 up. This is great. Rios now on the ball. And we're doing it again, aren't we? Passing it around. Oh, Barnes has been tackled this time, though. Bit complacent. Great tackle, but Mortensen to Barak Tarim. Romero. Mortensen again. They're being patient, just trying to find a way through our defence. We've got everyone back apart from Mark Ball. Stewart's charging around as well. And here's Ojo into Mortensen. If we can win it though, we're dangerous on the counter, aren't we? We know that. But here's a chance. It's 2-1. Top goal scorer for Wolves finds the back of the net. Oh no, a highlight straight away. They have been the better team. They've had more possession. They've had more shots. They've had one more half chance than us. But we've got the 2 goals. And here goes Stewart looking for a hat-trick. It's into Clark. Clark! Oh, he's been dispossessed. That's a shame. Rios heads that away and we've got no one back. This is my point. The point about the midfield being, oh no. All of a sudden it's 2-2. 2 goals within a minute. That's really frustrating. We had a really good opportunity there with Clark. I don't know why he didn't just shoot. Well, it's a classic Regen Rovers game, this one, isn't it? And if Wolves get a third within about 2 or 3 minutes, that would be awful. Falling apart at the back. Here's Stamenkovic. We should really do something about Goebbels, or however we pronounce his name. I suppose we could mark. Do we mark him? We're not very good at marking. Maybe just close him down. Here they come. Not another. If they score 3 inside 3 minutes. It's pumped long. Oh, he's round the back again. Oh, comfortable save for Smith in the end. But he is causing all sorts of problems. Corner to Wolves, crossed in, headed away well by Loader, but chance! Oh, off the crossbar, absolutely smashed that. Well, we're quite fortunate to be at 2-2, although we went 2-0 up. It is fairly fortunate because looking at the statistics, they've clearly been the better team, haven't they? And Wolves looking to... There's been 4 minutes of injury time, probably because of the injuries, actually, I imagine. And they might get a third here. Good. Oh, no! I was about to say Smith saves it, but no! Just palmed it into his net. This is poor. This is really poor after a positive start to this game after Stewart came on. Shriver's been mutilated at left back. We need to be better in the second half. Shriver's going to come off for Coos. Shriver's been our best left back since he joined the club, but he has the odd disappointing game. Flanagan's on a yellow and a 6.3, but I can't make my last sub now, can I? Tempted to play Stewart as a target man and we'll knock it up to him. Hit early crosses as well because Sasakovic isn't playing particularly well, but if he can hit an early cross into Stewart, then maybe there'd be a chance here. But yeah, we're probably deservedly losing. We did go into the lead against the run of play, didn't we? It's all gone quiet now. I'm going to go to the home tactic and go with the target man still. Just push the defence up a bit. I'm going to bring Ramirez on for Flanagan. He will get forward as an advanced playmaker in the middle. It's not happening for us. It's just not happening for us. Got to push these guys forward. More direct. Hit early crosses. Just knock it into the box, lads. Get stuck in. Oh, what a boring second half. It's a corner to Wolves. Can they kill it off here? They do. They have been the better team. It's just really annoying when you go 2-0 up and you just collapse at the back. They've got some really quality players, Wolves. They're above us in the table, so it's no surprise we've lost this one. But it's been a disappointing episode after all that. It's an okay point against Leeds, considering we went down to 10 men, but we have fallen apart against Wolves here after going 2-0 up, which is a shame. And it's more like the away form from last year. Although we didn't score, I don't think we were likely to score 2 goals away from home last year, were we? Oh, Loader! He's got us back into this game. He's already got 3 goals for the club after joining last summer. I'll go very... Oh, I've go very attacking. Always do that. Headed on by Barnes and Loader. Poacher's finish. There's a chance. It's not going to happen. It's going to finish 4-3. I suppose we're pretty lucky to score 3 goals in the end, but it's the Regen Rovers way. We know how to score, and although maybe there's a disappointed ball from Mark Ball, maybe the ref would have allowed that to play on if it had been a better pass. But yeah, you saw some goals. That's exciting, isn't it? I'll just say unlucky. Unlucky. There we go. How long's Lawler out for then? Oh, probably the rest of the season. If we do get to the FA Cup final, he might be back in time for that. But that is a blow. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because perhaps Stuart Bigg is the man to take us forward for the rest of the season. Lawler, very unlikely to finish top goal scorer now, because he's probably out for the rest of the season, and Stewart's already one ahead of him. Maybe Alan Stewart's going to be the top goal scorer of the season. He's got the best average rating. That might be the last time we see Sean Lawler in a Regen Rovers shirt, because of course he's on loan from Liverpool, and he's done okay in the 2 years, and he's had his moments. He scored the goal of the season last year, had a really good start to the season this year, but he's just a bit inconsistent. So it might be the last time you see him. But we'll end it there. Next episode, like I said, FA Cup quarter-final. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant that we've got through to that. And also the Hampshire Senior Cup final, which has been confirmed. It's going to be against Farnborough, our affiliate team, who these days play in the National League. So they've put up a little bit of a challenge, I'm sure, especially with me putting out a weaker team. Next up, Newcastle need to get a win there. Bournemouth as well, bottom of the table, have to beat them. And then Liverpool, that's going to be a loss, I'm pretty sure. But thanks for watching today's episode. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.